Hello there, Reddit enthusiasts, and welcome to Woven Webs. Today we have a relationships advice subreddit post from OBZM8. He writes, "Today, I, a 29-year-old male, found out that my partner, 28-year-old woman, is pregnant with another man's baby a month before our wedding. The story is, my partner and I have been together for over 5 years, and we have a 3-year-old daughter. Today, I found out that she is pregnant with another man's baby a month before our wedding day. And the real kicker is that this morning I purchased the ring I was going to wear on our special day. My fiance had been acting a little weird over the past month, and I began to grow suspicious. I caught her Snapchatting some guy, and when I asked who it was, she quickly turned her phone around and said, "Nobody." Now, I had my alarm bells going off instantly. We are pretty open normally, so this instantly stood out as very suspicious. I press further, and she claims it's just some other single dad I've known in my whole life, etc., just a friend. I told her she was acting really suspicious, and I think something is up. She assures me there isn't, but I kept my eyes peeled anyway, and I told her that kind of behavior is not something I'm okay with in a relationship. Another month goes by, and she's either been love-bombing me with amazing sex and affection, or just being plain rude, demanding, and insulting towards me. In regards to how I found out she's pregnant, I had the day off work today to get my car serviced, and some general admin work had been piling up. I then made my way back to my partner's work to grab her car for the day. This sneaking suspicion had been nagging me for the whole month, and I decided to snoop on her laptop once I got home, which is always logged into Facebook. What I found still has my head spinning. She sent photos to her friends of her positive pregnancy test. She then sent audio messages revealing everything, that she's freaking out, that she wants the guy to pay for an abortion, that she has some upcoming blood test today, and that she's hoping her period comes because she's missed it. She also mentions that she doesn't want the other guy to come to these appointments because there's still some feelings between the two. She also sent a screenshot of her messages to the other guy stating, "Father's Day is coming up, and I guess you should know there's another one on the way." I spent the rest of the day pacing the house, wrapping my head around what I'd just seen. I've taken photos of everything and have them stored securely away. Now, later that day, I picked her up from work, and she asked me to drive her to her appointment. I asked her what it's for and if she wants me to come in. She just says, "No, it's a gallbladder thing. Go get a coffee, etc." And I know full well that she's having blood tests taken for a pregnancy test. But I play along. I figure it's best not to confront her until we're home and there's no more driving to be done. Once she's finished, we drive home, and she's saying how amazing of a partner I am, how supportive I am, and how she feels so safe and loved with me. She even says, "I know you're having your car serviced. How about you service me?" I decline. We get home, and I ask her to sit down because we need to talk. I surprise myself with how calm but concise and direct I was. I didn't yell or explode or anything. I just said, "I know everything. I know what the appointment was about. I know you cheated a month before our wedding. I know that you're pregnant. The wedding is canceled, and this relationship is over. I don't hate you. You are not my worst enemy, but you are still the mother of my kid. We still have to work together for our daughter. That being said, there is no saving this relationship." And as a side note, I purchased my wedding ring today. I couldn't wait to tell you all about it. Her mouth gaped open, and all she said was, "Oh." I asked some follow-up questions like, when was it? How many times? Is there anyone else? One dude, one time, about a month ago, and yeah, it was the Snapchat guy. And now she begins bawling and apologizing and saying I don't deserve this, that she has ruined her life. She tries to explain it all away and gives excuses, but I don't feel any emotions. Normally, I'm a pretty chipper guy, and seriously, any other day, news like this should have shattered me. But I just stay quiet and let her get it all out. She talks for 2 hours, and all I'm doing is confirming that, yes, this relationship is over. I'm stoic and calm the whole time. I don't know how I manage this. I think I'm just numb and disappointed more than anything. I offered to her to stay for a month or so to get everything sorted out on her exit. I can keep paying the bills, etc., and I'm not throwing her to the curb. We can take each day as it comes slowly, but we're always taking steps to you moving out. She's incredibly thankful and apologetic, but none of that really matters. She's stuffed up, and it's time to move on. She's staying at her friend's house tonight, and I'm not sure what tomorrow brings. I'm currently home with my daughter, who is asleep and completely clueless to any of this. Any advice on this, guys? Where did the monk-like calmness come from? Am I due to explode soon? And where should I put my efforts in the next few days? So many questions swirling around at this point. Wow, that's quite a bit. And now for the comments. ISMDAT writes, the first thing to do is DNA test your daughter. There's no way this only happened once if there's still lingering feelings, and she specifically told him that there's another on the way. So this has obviously happened before. Sorry, dude. Johnny Fake writes in, first, I have to say, as I was reading this, I was expecting you to still hope to salvage the wedding. Good for you on ending it. Sometimes we don't know how we'll react in certain situations until we are faced with it. It's good that you're remaining calm. Getting angry doesn't change anything and only leads to bad decisions and actions. Problem solvers don't get angry. They assess the problem and work on the best way out of it. And it sounds like this is exactly what you're doing. Jabin B44 writes, damn, that's rough. I'm impressed with your inner zen coming to the force, and I think you've done a tremendous job of setting the stage for a positive co-parenting relationship that will be a massive benefit to your daughter. I think it's wise to consider that this is likely a form of shock or protective stasis, so your true reaction is looming in the wings, and it would be wise to expect it to hit. The pain will come, and there will be anger. Reach out to your family or friends, and therapy is pretty great, even if you just have a handful of appointments. Obviously, you want to make sure you come through this for your daughter, but don't lose sight of your own healing. One thing I learned is there's no skipping steps. And the original poster OBZM8 writes, update, here's what's happened so far. Myself, I've talked to a therapist to get through the next 48 hours and have increased the frequency of my existing therapy appointments. As for my ex, she is waiting blood tests to find out if she's pregnant. She is, the symptoms have been there. And she plans to abort. Her AP, alternative partner, has blocked her on everything and she cannot contact him. She's giving me full custody, not sure if this will change, but I'm over the moon and more than happy to. We have talked, but it was super robotic and like talking to a complete stranger. We're sitting down tomorrow to go through the budget and work out how much money she needs to cover her own bills. I do all the budgeting. She's looking for a place to live. She'll begin packing boxes tomorrow. As it stands, I still have not felt a single emotion. I tried to make myself a coffee, and it was the goddamn hardest thing I've ever done. All I have now is love and sympathy for our daughter, which is more than enough emotion for me at this time. All right, Reddit listeners, what do you think of that story? He's doing the right thing by removing her from his life. The question is, going forward, he'll want another woman in his life someday. Hopefully, it's a nice thing. But first, he needs to answer two questions. First, how did he attract such a woman into his life that would cheat on him like that? And contrary to what she's saying, that it's one guy, one time, there's no way. But secondly, how did he miss it? How did he have her in his life, see that woman every day, live with her, and miss that she was cheating on him? He needs to get the answers to those two questions and probably some more before he starts dating again. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments, and I appreciate you listening.